Hello, welcome to Learning with Qua. I am Qua, aka Alyssa, and today I wanted to do a get ready with me and get to know me. And I did the get ready with me, did that very decently. The get to know me part, I'm still working on that, trying to figure out how to do all this and keep talking with it. I can't really talk while putting on makeup because I'm not coordinated or talented like that. I do talk a little bit about myself and I do explain some things. So today, as you can see, I do have two eyeshadow looks on, and they were made using this 4-color eyeshadow palette. It is from Rabanne and is from Eyephoria Handbag palette. So I will let you know my thoughts on this. So if this kind of video interests you, just please keep on watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And let me know, what is your favorite drink? Alcoholic, non-alcoholic, whatever it is, what is your favorite drink? One of my all-time favorite drinks, Dr. Pepper. Absolutely love Dr. Pepper. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. I hope you guys like what you're seeing, and let's get into this. My channel is basically mostly makeup, trying to figure out, how to use what I have before it goes bad, anything like that. I am by no means a professional at all, and just trying to figure stuff out and see how it goes. You can see all my fails. Today I thought we would do a get ready with me, and I could just talk to you guys a little bit about myself, just get to know me a little bit more, and just show you some of the products that I use, try some new products, and just go from there. One of the first things that I'm going to be using is this Mehron eyeshadow eyebrow palette. You are able to customize it to hopefully get your perfect hair color shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off by, the first thing I'm going to do is just take my spoolie and brush my eyebrows up. As you can see, I've gone ahead and taken off about half of my eyebrow. I did not mean to do that, but I did it. I'm going to dip into the blonde one first for my brows. And a little bit about me. I am 40 years old. I live in New Mexico, so I live in a very dry air, desert air. Here is what it looks like with just the blonde on there, and next I'm going to go into the medium brown and do the tails of my brows. Okay, I don't think I'm having the greatest brow day. I'm literally looking at them in the monitor and they look a little auburnish, and I did not touch that color. I did mess up and I tried to put a little bit of the dark brown in to try and darken them, and they got a little bit too dark, so then I just had to go in and try. So this is how they came out, and that's what I am working with today. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids, and I like to use the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. As you can see, I have made a big old dent in it. And this isn't actually a eyeshadow primer per se. It is a cream eyeshadow, but it goes on perfect as a base, especially for a fleshier tone. And I also use it to help perfect my eyebrow after I am done with that. This is what it looks like after it's put on. Basically just taking away all this discoloration and everything else and giving me a smooth, beautiful base to work with. A little bit about me. I am what you would call the, I'm the cat lady. I am the cat lady. I got this awesome love is a four-legged word. It was a Christmas gift a couple years ago from my niece and nephew. I have 3 cats, 5 dogs, 7 chickens and a turkey, a rooster. One of my cats has their own fish tank because their fish are their pets. I used to be in the Army. I was in the Army for almost 11 years. I did 3 deployments to Iraq. So, what is that? World experiences. There we go. World experiences. After priming our eyes, I have this Eyephoria handbag palette from Rabanne. And it shows you the colors on top. And it also has the colors on the back. This is a new brand. I did buy this a couple months ago. I did get it from Sephora. I have not used it yet. Open this up. Got a nice mirror in there. A little... No! Shoot! It came out of... Oh, goodness. Oh, shit! I was able to get most of it. So, here we go. It is there. These are the 4 colors. We've got 1 matte. These 2 are supposed to be metal colors, and that one, the one that fell out, is supposed to be a sparkle. This is the palette that we are going to be working with today. I ordered another one of these palettes, and the other one came completely shattered. I do believe that these were like $38. This should not be breaking like that when I'm paying literally $40 for a 4-pan palette. That is ridiculous. If you're literally paying basically $10 per shade, $40 for a little 4-pan palette, I just expect it to not break. That's all. So I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush and I'm going to dip into the shade called Uptown. Let's read this real quick. This says, made to play with colors in their purest form. The eyeshadows reinvent the powder experience with innovative finishes and sensorialities. Full impact in one gliding stroke, buildable and lightweight. So, we shall see. We have our color on our first one, so let us see. So this is a very nice matte brown. It is like a terracotta-y brown a little bit. It's going on decent. It's not skipping or anything. Here it is with the first color on there. I do believe I have built it up as deep as it'll go as possible. This is a few layers on there, and so it's basically matching what's in the pan. And I don't think it's going to go any darker than that. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and take my round blending brush. What is this? I don't know. I use this for my crease. Go ahead and dip into Voguish right here. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I don't know if it's really picking up, so we'll see. So here is my funky shape that I have made, and I'm going to go ahead and be cleaning it up. Don't worry about that. But I am going to create a half cut crease, and we're going to see what happens. I have done a half cut crease, and I'm going to go ahead and take an eye shading brush, a flat eye shading brush, and I am going to dip into this color called Sparkle that just completely fell and broke out of this. Is on the brush, it is very softly pressed and breaking up inside the pan as I'm trying to pick it up. So let's see what it looks like. Oh, on the lid. Next up, I'm going to take an angled brush and I'm going to dip back into this darkest color. I am just going to reinforce my corner. This is the finished look for the eyeshadow for the first eye. This blue that fell out says that it is supposed to be a sparkle shade, and in person it is not sparkly. It just looks like a blue-gray. On camera it looks a little bit shimmery, but no. Alright, next up I am going to take a flat shader brush again, and this time I'm going to dip into the color Chic. Here we are on the brush, and I'm just going to do this all over my lid as a... This is going to be the more simple look. Because I figure you should be able to at least do, you know, 2 different looks out of 4 shades. And I do think that I've achieved that. See, that's pretty. That is, you know, an everyday look that's 2 colors and just easy to go. Just so you know, this does have a lot of fallout. It is a pretty palette. It's pretty. The colors are pretty. I was literally able to make 2 completely different looks out of it, but I honestly would not suggest buying this just from trying this one and the other one that I received that was already completely shattered. That looks a lot better after it has been cleaned up, and I feel like 2 different people right now. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to eyeliner. Now we are going to go ahead and do eyeliner, and I'm going to go ahead and take this Girlactik liner that is in brown. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this eye. Do not remember using this eyeliner before, but I really actually do like it for the way that it applied. And the tip is a brush tip. It went on beautiful. I really like that eyeliner. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and take this Mellow gel liner in black. You can see I've already almost gone through it. Go ahead and take just a liner brush. And the reason that I hold my eye the way that I do when I do this is because I have all the wrinkles and everything, so if I don't stretch it out, it skips over, and then when you can actually see in between. So that's why I hold my eye the way I do. This is what the finished eye looks look like. And I always do my eyes first because I always get fallout or something. I have to clean it up. My eyes are not a perfect thing, so I always have to do those first. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face, so I'm going to use Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. I've had this for a while now. You can see I've dug into it. Take my little scraper thingamabob. I think I put too much on there. So we're just going to go ahead. My next step is going to be foundation, and I mix foundations to get my perfect shade. So these are the foundations that I'm going to be using today. We've got the Revlon Serum Tint, this new one, is in shade 213. Also using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless, and this one is in the color 122, which is creamy beige. Next up is this Lottie London, and this one is in light peach. I also have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation, and this is in the shade 230. So I have my little glass plate, and you can see 4 different colors there. Mix it up. I'm going to go ahead and add some of this CoverGirl Clean Matte in Creamy Natural to lighten it up a little bit. So here is the color that I made, and I hope that this is going to match me. I'm going to go ahead, take my very clean sponge. Literally, I just washed them all today. Dip it into my foundation mixture and hoping that this matches. I think I actually did really good with that. I really did a good job color matching this today. It actually blends in with my skin tone. I like that. And then, as you can see, I do have a lot left over. So what I do is I have this little container right here. Let me clean this stuff out. I have this little container right here, and what I'll do is I'll put my excess into here, and I'll get at least 2 to 3 more uses out of it, and it's actually my color. After scraping it up, I got about half of this thing full. This last year that I finally realized that I was cool undertone, and I need to quit messing around with all these neutrals and warms. Next is going to be time for concealer, and I am going to be using the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. This one is in medium vanilla, and I'm just going to pump 2 pumps on the back of my hand. I'm going to take my flat concealer brush and just okay, so this is what I have left over. I think I can probably get away with only using 1 pump. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take a dampened beauty sponge, and I'm going to blend out everywhere where I put this. But next up is going to be powder, and I have this Lorac powder in Soft Rose. This is what this looks like, and there is what it looks like in the Soft Rose. And I just take my big fluffy brush, and I will dab and dip into it. Take off that extra, and I like to look down while doing this so that way I'm not setting any wrinkles, hopefully. I love full glam makeup, so whenever I do my makeup, it's literally all or nothing. I'm not the soft makeup like how this is. This is not something I would actually wear. I would have a lot more colors on it. Next up, I'm going to take my CoverGirl Clean Professional, and mine is in medium. So this is another loose powder, and for this one I have a double-ended brush. I will tap it in there first. After I have powdered everything, I take the big end and just buff it all together. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and take the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. I'm going to spray my face. I am going to hit it with a beauty blender so that way it melts the powder into it, and use my fan. I have sprayed it, and you can see it is looking very nice and flawless for me. I am enjoying this. Next up is going to be my contour and bronzing, and I'm going to take this flat shadow brush and this Sugar Contour de Force, and this is only for my nose. This is all I use this one for. Okay, next up I'm going to take, this is an e.l.f. blush brush, but I use it as my contour. And I'm going to be dipping into the LYS contour in light. So just go ahead, tap that in there. So when I do my contour, I like to start here at the top of my ear, like right here, and work my way about halfway down. If you saw my old short, or my newest short from one of my old videos, I used to place my contour like down here. I don't know what I was doing, what I was thinking. That was called me learning. Next, I like to take, I don't even know what kind of brush this is. It's a crown brush, but I just take this and I blend out all my stuff. So next, I'm going to go ahead and take my Too Faced Chocolate Gold Soleil bronzer, and I'm just going to use my same brush, tap a little bit, and it still smells like hot chocolate, and I've had this for at least 4 years, and you can still see it's going good. It smells delicious. Next up, I'm going to take this Studio Makeup Luminous Loose Blush. It does not have an actual color for it, but this is what the inside looks like. I'm going to go ahead and take, this is a Me brush, and I use this as my blush brush. So I'm just going to go ahead, tap it, and you know what I forgot to do? Forgot to blend out my nose. Nobody told me. That is one of my favorite blushes. It is beautiful, pigmented. It is like the perfect little pinky peach for me. I love it. I've had it for 5-6 years now. Still have a ton of it left. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and go into highlight and be ColourPop. And this is a Super Shock Cheek Pearlized. I ain't using this for my cheek. Anyway, this is in the color Wisp. I'm going to go ahead and take a fluffy brush and just dip in like this. So after I put on my contour, blush, bronzer, and highlighter, as you can see, they are, you know, you can see the separation with them, and they do kind of blend together, but I do like to take a big fluffy brush. I like to just basically sweep them all together so that way they blend together, so that way there is a gradient going. And as you can see, just doing that really quickly, it gives you your gradient without making you look stripy or anything like that. So that's my little tip trick that I like to use. And now I need to blend this out. And just like that, you can get a slightly skinnier, crooked nose if you put a bend in it. Like I did. Oops. Next up, we are going to be using Aether Beauty, the Big Bang Mascara. And here's what the wand looks like. It's just a big, fat, fluffy wand. I like these. Alright, next I'm going to take this flat shader brush. This is from LA Colors Professional. And I'm going to go ahead, go back into the palette and dip back into this brown. And I'm just going to put it underneath my eyes. So here is what we look like with the brown. And I am now going to take same brush and dip into this dark shade again. So I need a more precise brush, so I'm going to take this angle brush, dip back into this dark color. And next I'm just going to take this tiny little brush and I'm going to dip into this pretty sparkle shade. And it's going to be my inner corner highlight. Now, last but not least, our Garnier Noir Care Fossy. I'm so sorry for butchering this. This is a lip and cheek stain, and it's made with poppy petals and pomegranate. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh. It comes with a little lip brush. I bought this a while ago too. And it comes nice and packaged. Okay, so here is what it looks like. And what I do like is this is actually made to keep this in here. And they made this hole so that way you could just dip this in. So I have a lid to one of my sprays, and this is water that I am drinking. There's water in this lid. I'm going to go ahead and take this little lip brush. Okay, so I dipped it into the water. Oh, wow. That's what it looks like, and let's see what it looks like. This is very, very pretty. As you can see there, that's what came off. Okay, my lips are already dry, or they feel dry at least. So you basically only have to dip that in once, and it does this. So there is the first one, and then the second one. It just got way light. That is a very, very beautiful lip stain. It is a little bit on the orangier side for me, which I like a more blue red instead of an orangey red, but this is actually very pretty, and this is just very cool. I actually really like this. So you only need like the tiniest amount of water for that to activate it and put it on. That is actually very pretty. I really like that. That is beautiful. I actually really like that. I'm going to go ahead and take this Tarte. So it's from the brand Tarte, and this is Tarteist Lip Paint, and this is a what the heck is it called? It's a lip gloss. It is a lip gloss. I don't know why I forgot what it's called. So I'm just going to go ahead, take it out. And because I don't want to mess up the doe foot, I'm going to go ahead and put it on my hand. Okay, next I'm going to take a small brush and just take it. This combination is everything. This lip combo came out way better than I expected, and honestly, it's absolutely beautiful. It turned the oranginess into it's perfect. It just turned the oranginess into a beautiful pinky red with these reflex of pink, purple, green. And this is a full face, and I'm sorry I didn't share more. I need to get better at learning how to talk more, and I guess, I don't know, even though my videos are already long and I talk a lot. So, if you have any questions for me, just please leave them down in the comments below. But yeah, other than that, this is my full face with two different eye looks. The Rabanne Eyephoria palette. I do not suggest buying this at all. These colors are probably something that you already have in your eyeshadow collection. If you do, if you don't, it is a nice eyeshadow palette, but I think you could buy better eyeshadow palette with more colors. And I'm not talking about a huge eyeshadow palette, I'm just talking about a better eyeshadow palette. So that way you have more colors and you have more looks. The eyeshadows, they are very nice. They're pretty. I was able to get 2 looks out of it. I just am not super pleased with it. This is, you know, basic everyday look for most people, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I just prefer more colors, and I think for the price that it is, if you're willing to spend an extra $10-$20, you can get you a much nicer palette. Most of them are not gonna just fall apart in front of you like that. So for that, I just don't suggest that. This lip and cheek stain, I do suggest this. This is cool. This is on Amazon. I am so sorry my battery died on me. I just want to thank you guys for joining me, and I cannot wait to see you for my next video. Please let me know down below in the comments what you thought of this. Did you like this type of format? And I can't wait to see you again. I hope you have a great day. Love you all.